That takes me back a couple of years.
Go on.
Well, the first album.
So when? Please reveal.
Well, the first album that somebody bought me, my sister, decided that it would be a good idea to buy me James Blunt's All the Lost Souls album.
Nice.
Which I learned like lyric to lyric.
Oh.
Stop us. So yeah, good old hits like 1973. That's all the one I remember really. Can't remember what I bought first though.
Like, what did you go out and buy?
I'm trying to think. I remember buying loads of shit on iTunes. That was the rage when I was a kid.
Mm.
But then I learned how to rip them on YouTube. You know, like YouTube comes out. So I'd like
screw
loads
musicians
of
from the
tons,
start.
Loads of music. It was
LimeWire.
It was.
Did you grab Blue?
It's one of the questions that I'm not going to be able to answer because I don't know. Can't remember.
Mine was probably a Ministry of Sound compilation album.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It was 100 tracks of pure intense
That's
techno.
it. You get for $12.99, you're getting like 100 tracks rather than the mere
Honestly.
10.
Bang for
It's
your
all about
buck.
quantity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what I'd say, but what would you guys say?
Well,
I'd
what
say
would
you went
say?
like indirect to direct.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly true.
You know when people say like, you've got to listen to the guys that they were inspired by to really get the good shit. Well, we listened to like Paul Simon and Vampire Weekend and who else is like
I didn't,
Western?
but like Lou said, I think it was probably for the initially not really that much stuff. I wasn't listening to loads of afrobeat or going out of my way to listening to a lot. I don't know about you guys, but
Not so.
do you know what I mean? It was like just bands. I mean, I used to like Bombay
Yeah.
and Tudor. That was about it.
And they're loosely.
Yeah,
Very
loosely, little
loosely.
sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it sort of developed over time. The addiction.
The addiction.
Yeah, yeah. So
More recently though, we've kind of got a weird thing for
Yeah, I've been-
traditional, especially like 70s West African tunes. Man. There's some absolute bops.
bangers.
Like once you go down the rabbit hole as well, there's like one
Really
artist
cool
that will bring
stuff.
you in, like Fela Kuti or somebody that everyone knows,
Franco.
and then
Listen a lot.
you just find yourself lost in a sea
Of
Rhythm.
of rhythm.
Afro rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Me and you are the same, running round.
Again, it was kind of like. What?
I'll say this one, man.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah. No, again, I don't know. I didn't really have like a guitarist in mind. I kind of just worked on what I was doing and developed something that was, I don't know, unique and amazing. No. No. I don't know. Trying to think of one guitarist because there's a multitude of loads of different things I was listening to at the time. Santana.
Steve
Yeah.
Vai.
Steve Vai, Joe Satriani. No, I don't know because we were limited on time, weren't we? So we kind of just went at it until it sounded half decent. I think that might be for the next album. I'll have a firm answer for the next album.
You always
Yeah.
had a unique thing. I remember like from pretty much the beginning, everyone was like, look at his cool finger picking style. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty rad.
Thanks, Jake.
Happened that.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about this?
Detrimental.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
it might have been pretty much we didn't have much time to review two of the tracks on the album. And so we didn't have much time. We had probably about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, if that. So, yeah, it was both good and bad because I think we would have just, I don't know, just
I
spent
liked it.
ages on it. I think it was
I
good.
like time pressure.
I quite like this the finished point.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean?
real,
Otherwise
isn't
it'd be a never-ending process.
But it's like, that's the reality. It was
Going
the
f-
reality of the situation was we needed to get something done in
Yeah.
that time. And whatever we did, that was what, that's what it would be.
I'm glad
that
I didn't
that
chuckle
put me
ever
at ease
since.
when we were doing it. I was like,
Yeah.
we're going to have a kick around. It'll still
Yeah.
be good.
We found
Still be good.
we found
Yeah,
at the
just-
beginning of the year when we had no time pressures, we spent a lot of time playing football outside the studio,
Yeah.
which probably wasn't a
It
brilliant
was
idea.
good.
Didn't
to be
do
fair,
any
your
writing.
touch was decent.
I
at
tell
the
you,
end.
man. After about 4 weeks of that,
I hurt my hip.
poor skulls, man.
That wasn't even that great, but did something to my leg
Mm.
and probably my back. But yeah, I can't remember what the question was now.
Time pressure.
Time pressure.
Yeah, good thing and bad thing.
Good and bad,
Mm.
you know.
Defense.
It felt like an exam at the end. I felt like I was rushing to finish my exam paper. Yeah.
Everybody cheats, of course. All my upset and much more. Coming.
Kind of.
That was our thinking.
Yeah. I remember when we recorded it, we were like, this is probably going to be the opener.
Yeah.
We were about 8% sure,
Yeah.
I reckon.
It is that though. It's like an introduction to what
So
we
step
are.
by step.
I think
Kind of thing, yeah.
it's got a bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I always like the idea of starting with like a little, because I'm a massive egotistical arsehole, with a drum loop that sounded dead cool. Like, I really love that kind of
I
stuff.
didn't want that in.
Yeah, some people actually said to like get rid of it.
To which Jake said,
I love it.
no, I want to keep it.
No, I think that was just for the single version actually.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I think your dad came back.
That was another time pressured decision as well. 'Cause I don't think we had that much time to even figure out.
What, the order?
Well, yeah, the order was done literally like, I think I had about 2 hours left.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if the guys are going to even like this.
It was really good though. We had a big meeting about it with like loads of people who, you know, like managers and all these people, and everyone like made an order and all this kind of stuff. And then we were like, yeah, that's the order.
Got home and it was like, that's
And then
terrible.
it was like, rubbish. Let's change it again.
Yeah, changed everything.
And then Rob sent over in a SoundCloud list, and it was just like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I,
it seemed to
was
flow
I
cool.
listened to it like 3 times back to back
Mm.
after making the thing as well. Like, you know, you've heard it a lot, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. So, you know, that was set in stone. For
Yeah.
me.
Movers and shakers sound. Gadgets.
Fuerteventura. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Fuerteventura.
In the Canary Islands.
Yeah,
in
good
many
excuse for a holiday,
locations.
but it wasn't really much of a holiday.
It was good though.
It was good fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite
we
hard
just-
work.
Yeah, it was
Like,
waking up at 5 in the morning.
they kept wanting to do dawn and dusk shots, which
Yeah.
is interesting. Which look great because there's like golden hours and stuff, apparently. And but then there was this like dead cool abandoned swimming pool.
It's a strange
Which
place.
is cool.
It's like kind of, I don't know if I'd go on holiday there. Would you?
I don't think I would.
No, it was kind of cool.
The thing is, we didn't go to like the touristy bits. We went to like the other bits where
Yeah.
it's all like
Rogas
barren
and
and shit.
It is it's a barren place though in general.
Yeah.
Like you drive through it and, you know, I was thinking that I don't think I'd go on holiday here.
It's not like
It was good.
beaches everywhere. You
It
know?
was good for
It's
a
like
video, though.
windsurfing, isn't it though? People go
Good
windsurfing.
locations.
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
all cool.
What I found rad was like there was this yoga place that we went to where people like squatted and there was no like amenities there. It was just like concrete abandoned places and they'd live there. And apparently when they were shooting like Wonder Woman or something right next to it, and the dudes got really upset because they kept parking their vans and stuff, so they just used to walk around naked in shot to like get them to fuck off. Which I thought was dead funny. Like I could just imagine.
Shooting Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they shot like or something like a
Oh.
massive massive film there.
It's crazy.
And apparently they just like fucking run around nude just to get rid of them. Which is quite funny.
Yeah.
In love with someone else. None of it does bother me. Self-frustrating when we
Definitely had something in there. I just wanted each song to be as impactful as the last one. I wanted each one to have like its own identity, I guess. And I think that was the only one for me. You know what I mean? Big tunes. I think I was thinking about live more than anything. So, you know, we all play big stages and that, so you got to have sort of big tunes for big stages. Yeah.
We never sat down and were like, right, we're gonna write it about this.
No,
It was more of like, let's try and put our musical sound into an album,
Yeah,
as opposed to like a message or a agenda.
yeah, I think.
And I think that came through in the end.
I think we had sort of vague ideas at points, but it always seems to just the finish line takes over. So you've kind of got to just be like, well,
But
it
the
sounds
concept
cool.
is coming.
Yeah.
Album 2. Don't you worry, we'll find something. We'll find something cool to write about.
Yeah.
No, I think it. You know, there was definitely ideas there, and
More
it feels like the
shit,
building towards something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that's important. That it's like, it's the stepping stone towards a, you know, because I feel like we've got loads of growing room now. You know, I do anyway.
Yeah,
When I listen to it, I'm like, there's loads that we could do for the next album,
Yeah.
which is exciting. So
I think that's what I did it in my mind. That's what I think we were talking about the same thing. It was like we're aiming. I was trying to think like I would love to get to that point by this album, but I'm kind of glad we didn't because it's like it shows like a real like you said stepping stone to
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Where we're at right now and all that kind of thing. So,
yeah,
amen, dude.
amen.
I'd like to loosen up, forget about.
We did think like, I don't think, because when we recorded those tunes, we didn't really like, they weren't like max potential, were they, to be honest? You know, I don't think but we did want to do all new tracks, but we actually ran out of time. We've got stuff in the works, or it was in the works at the time, that we were like, oh, but this isn't right, and it was like that decision whereby we were just like, well, we should probably get something down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was nice to hear them, because the studio that recorded at was amazing. You know, like sort of max potential, sonic potential.
Yeah. It was like I remember at the beginning we were all thinking like.
It's all gonna be
Like,
fresh.
my dad used to say stuff like, "Oh, the Beatles, they never did. If they had a single, it's not going to be on the next album." All this kind of stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be like that, Dad." and that's what I really wanted. But even like people like our manager and the label and stuff were like, "Well, you want people who haven't come across you before to like hear some of these tunes that you've put out before."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't
'Cause you
want
weren't
just
that
to miss
big.
that stuff. So
Yeah.
I get it. But I guess album 2 will be just completely new. So that's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
really
really
looking forward
exciting.
to that.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Excited for that actually.
See the sunset, try to forget. Seeing the
I
shit.
think if anything, it makes me more excited because it's all fresh. So it's like it would feel great when we play them live. I think it would be a bit weird,
Yeah.
but you know, it's great. It feels good now because we can. I think we can pretty much just do albums.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not really worried about number 2.
No.
You know, like I think like I get why there's like that thing where people would release a first album and that's kind of like the first thing people heard, and then the second album comes and it's like, oh, the change. Whereas like because we've done singles and EPs for like years, I felt like this album was that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like it's progressing already, and I don't know how people will maybe react to some of the new stuff. So I think the second one will just be kind of the same thing. So it's not a massive worry for me anyway.
No.
I'm just
I
excited.
don't think you feel worried about releasing music. 'Cause I think as long as you like it, it's fine. You know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. As long as you dig it,
Yeah. As long as I come back home and go, oh, I like that.
you know.
That's good.
I remember
Probably release it.
Remember, what is it? There's like a thing at the end of a Thriller special edition thing with Quincy Jones like interviewed, and he says like, "If it don't turn you on at the time, it ain't gonna turn anybody on even a little bit."
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's such a cool quote.
Yeah.
It's like bang on, isn't
It's
it?
true.
Yeah, man.
We'll keep on moving. Hold up my head.
A lot of percussion.
A lot of weird textures
Like-
and things, and vocals as well. There's weird experimentation with vocals just to get some stuff sounding right. But with guitars, I think that was just like maximum two parts, I think.
We had a
Can't remember
mellotron and a piano
Oh yeah.
Loads.
We experiment with
and,
that. some piano.
an organ.
Bit of piano,
Synth.
yeah, that piano was cool.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the cool thing is, well, after about 4 or 5 tracks, because we did it all so in one block. Remember we were doing these percussion parts and it was just like, God, I think we need to change it up now. I don't want to put
Yeah.
some bongos on there.
We
It's
did
done
record
it
the
for
majority of the
5
album in 6 weeks. I think.
Exactly.
It was pretty much all of it actually.
So you got like the beer bottles out and
Yeah, random bits.
balafon marimba things and all that stuff. So that was cool. And then you had like reversed stuff. And
Yeah.
So like especially in Dreamer at the end, there's like tons of weird stuff in there. That was
Yeah.
quite cool.
Replica as well.
Oh yeah, there's
another
like an 808 in there.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff in
Yeah,
that.
we went new school.
Some strange tape delays. Mr. Phil Parsons cooked up for us.
Yeah, good old Phil Parsons. Shout out to the man.
Yeah.
The Blade.
Yeah.
Stand up or straight down. They think they wear crowns 100 times over without a thought that.
I think it's the idea of like, not everything has to be in at once. You know what I mean? To create something that's big, I think it has to sort of, it's like built on layers. That's I think how we think.
It's so interesting the way you phrase that kind of is the answer, because it's like those big bits sound big because of
the small bits. Yeah.
And also you mentioned a lot when we were doing it. It's like, oh, this is really cool because we sound like a 3-piece.
Yeah.
And that's really
cool. I don't think you don't hear that much anymore. I think everyone's throwing everything at the wall to try and make it compete with everyone else, and almost like, I guess like you said it the other day, like writing out of fear that it won't fit with the majority of other tracks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like the radios nowadays, I think it's just like it's like so much, all at once, and you're like,
quickly.
it's a bit overwhelming. So, but we did better a couple of bits. Like we were always thinking about how can we make this relatable and catchy, but we definitely don't. If anything, we take things out. We always just say, oh, that's too much stuff. Let's take it out. So yeah. Kind of keep it bare bones so that we can play it live and it's like well represented, you know. So
I think it's interesting as well especially with the percussion that's in it, like in the verses you can proper hear all that. If you know, like there'll be some sections where the bass is not playing and you proper hear all the different little textures, and then when it comes back in it's just nice to listen to, I think.
It's cool, isn't it? They try to make everything apart. Like even if it's like a bongo bit, it's like almost like a melody in its own right.
I'm always
bass.
That's it. It's always carried a lot around the vocal as well. Like we always try to tailor everything to that. You know, the melodies and stuff.
Because
like
it's so good.
No, I think it's both that, but it's something that everyone, you know what I mean. We all contributed towards, and I think that's something that is dead important. It's like, you know, we were always writing with that in mind. I think so. It's like, or even I remember every little detail was like, does that fit or does that affect, or you know what I mean? And I think. Maybe that's when we went a bit crazy.
Start getting nuts towards the end.
Yeah,
man.
I always try to stay buried the thought away, try very hard to make.
it was definitely talked about when we were in the studio, like, you know, when it came down to mixing and things. But when we were recording, we were just like, well, I remember at first we were like, well, we want it all to be like 3 guys in the room playing and like that. I don't know, maybe it gets played on the radio a lot, that, but I'm not sure. We kind of just wanted to make something that we were proud of, and that was the most important thing. Like first step. You know, it's like if we can listen back and go like, I'm super proud of that, and anything else is just a bonus, you know.
Every now and again you do hear like those tunes or those bands that get onto like Radio 1 or whatever, and it's just like nothing like what you've heard, but it works because it's good and it has a thing about it. And I think that was kind of the aim. It was like, if it gets on radio in the end, that's brilliant. But
I think first and foremost it's like, is this going to sound good at a festival? As opposed to, is this going to sound good on the radio?
I don't know if it has actually that. I don't know. It's really difficult to like measure the impact of it.
I think we just wanted a sound that makes people bounce. I don't know. Like some of the tracks are just designed just to make people sing along and just have a good time and stuff live. So we do play live quite a bit, don't we? So
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
100 times over, get up, sit down.
Yeah, I think I was definitely grateful for the experience. I think it was cool. It's definitely cool. I mean, the place is amazing. It's a proper cool studio, isn't it? Like in the Bath countryside, and it's got this massive window that looks out onto this huge field and stuff. So I think, I don't know if I changed.
Learned a lot.
Learned heaps about recording and what works and what doesn't, and how to diplomatically get around things. That was something that you learn, musical decisions and things like that, like being assertive. So I guess I did learn a lot, actually.
What about yourself?
I think so. What are you?
Not like
Football.
I don't have a fundamental personality shift. I don't think. I think we probably got quite a lot closer because we did live together for about a month, and we usually when you tour it's maybe like 2 weeks and then you've got a few days off, whereas this was pretty much constant.
Very intense.
So that was quite cool. But like Rob said, you just get better at writing music because you have to do it 14 hours a day.
Yeah, I think it's better at doing things to time. Like, that was something that was like, I definitely did learn. It was like getting, you know, not having a vocal line and then having a vocal line in like 2 hours that everyone's happy with. I think that's was something I couldn't do before.
Hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes! It was
That's
good
it, man.
fun. It was good fun.
Cool, man.
No worries, mate.